Hi guys and girls. So I thought I'd do a few videos just covering a few different parts of the swing, and hopefully some of you might learn something from it, um, or it might just reinforce some of the things you already know, um, and hopefully you get a chance to practice a few things. So take a look. So into impact, um, once we've got everything in the downswing in the right place, and you can see how everything kind of leads on from segment to segment. So then I'm moving back here. I've created some space in here. Tush has stayed back on that line. Then it will appear as though the hands are going to come in, and then the wrists will go into flexion and ulnar deviation from there. Okay, from here I'm going to go rotate. I'm going to rotate that left arm, okay, because that's how the hands will be moving in. So they're going to look like they're moving in on video, but they're actually just rotating, okay. So that left arm is going to rotate, has to rotate back inwards. It can't stay out here, otherwise you're just going to start to use the wrists. That's really one to look out for if you video yourself from front on and you're starting in a good position. As I'm coming back down, if I'm now getting that elbow pointing a lot further out than where it was at the start of the swing, then it's going to mean that I'm going to have to use a lot of wrist to kind of square that club face up. So you want to make sure that left arm has to rotate somewhat. Be careful to not do it too much. You don't want to start making it a very wristy and flippy swing, but that does need to rotate. So as you're coming down, again, the club is shallowed off ever so slightly. You're going to then get that club back into position onto this shaft line for impact. And that from this last parallel point, okay, so from this last point, club parallel to the ground, left elbow is going to rotate in. Hands will then, because of the force on the club, remember there's going to be a force on the club that's this way. So as I'm rotating my arm, you'll notice how my left hand will go into flexion. Okay, it's not a case of as you start downswing, you just got to bow the wrist. It's not quite as simple as that. You've got to make sure that there is a rotation within that left arm that then gets that left wrist into flexion. And then the hands will basically unhinge from the hinge that we've used in the wrist setting. So as we've set the wrists here, they're going to come back and they're going to unset or unhinge. Okay, and that's the ulnar deviation that we're talking about. So then as the club's coming down, it's going to come down and the left arm is going to rotate. And then you can see how that then means that club is going to then rotate into position, and you'll then see how my hands can get ahead of the ball. So they're able to come back down. If I've got the left arm rotating, they're able to stay ahead of the ball and square the club face. That's something I find a lot of people struggle with. They keep hitting it right and they end up having to scoop it and flip it because this left elbow doesn't have any kind of rotation back to it. That left arm will naturally rotate if you're turning the torso through and rotating out the other side very well as well. But do tend to find that one doesn't really work with the other. So if you're not able to get any left arm rotation, you're not really able to get any body rotation through the ball, and vice versa. So you've got to try and make sure that when you are getting into that downswing, you're really trying to focus on getting out the other side through impact. From here, again, let the club set back down, okay, and you're letting that left side really open out through the shot, and letting the arm really follow that position, and that will really make sure that you're not flipping it, okay, or just letting the hands do the work. Really watch out for that one. It's very, very important. So I hope you've got something from that, whether it be something new or it's just a better understanding of what you already know. Hopefully you get a chance to be able to practice it and look after yourselves.